friends, it's Natasha, and today I'm here to show you our Universal Yums box for the month of January 2020. And this month it is Poland. If you're new here, you may not know that I use this as my homeschool geography curriculum. And what I do is I use the box as our base, and then I add in a couple of books each month. If you follow Universal Yums on Facebook, you will get notified of what the country is at the beginning of the month, but you don't get your box until mid-month. So that gives me a couple weeks to gather whatever other resources I want to use for our study. And so anyway, this month is Poland. Every month you get this little like cardboard sheet, and it talks about, different places in the country. And then on the back, there's the official Yum Awards. There's always a secret puzzle, and there's always a game. The game is one of our favorite parts of the whole thing. We love playing the games every month. Then you get this booklet. Now this booklet is really kind of like the base of our curriculum for our homeschool. So we go through and we read everything in here. There's also a playlist. You can go to universalyums.com/tunes, and every month there is a playlist of songs from that country. So it's really awesome. Tells you about the local languages and upcoming events, and gives you a snapshot of some important places or people from the country. And so we have the Malbork Castle, Frederick Chopin, I don't know how you say that, but he's a composer if I'm remembering correctly. And Beatuiza Forest, I'm sure I butchered that. Anyway, then there's always trivia questions. We love these. These are always hilarious. We barely ever get them right, but it's a great, wonderful learning opportunity of just some really kind of fun facts about the country. And then we have this here, which tells us about all the different snacks and tells you what's in them and what they're made out of and all of that. It gives you a warning here if you do have food allergies, which we do not. And then it gives us here, there's always some sort of like science-y page, like science or history type page. And so this is, in this one, Timeline of Polish Science. So that's really, really cool. We got Marie Curie, Nicholas Copernicus, and Johannes Hevelius, Joseph Kaskasi, Daniel Gabriel Fahrenheit, and Casimir Funk. And then we have always an additional recipe. Now what I did is I saved all of these for 6 months, and then for Christmas Eve we did an international feast. It was so fun. I'm going to link that video so you can see that. And so that's basically what I plan to do, is just a couple times a year, maybe not 6 months, but maybe more like 4 months or so. Every 4 months, we'll make all the recipes from all the books and have a little international feast, because it was a blast. And then we have the trivia answer key here. And then there's always kind of little like kind of ad type thing here. And then a clue to next month's box. And so that is what these booklets, pretty much are like every time. So now we jump into the snacks. Ooh, these look interesting this time. Okay, so we've got some sort of pretzels with pepper on them. I haven't seen that before. We have Monster Munch. Okay. They feel like fluffy chips. There's always a Yum bag, and this has like candies in it. And so let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, I can feel 4 candies. And so sometimes there's, not enough individual candies. They're all different from what I can tell, or maybe there's 2 of each. But what I do is we'll just split them up between the kids. And so if there's enough for everyone to get their own candy, then they will. Otherwise, I'll kind of just break up like the bigger ones. I'll break it in 2, and they can try it. Then we have these mini cakes here. And then we've got some sort of like waffle cookie things. And then, wow, look at this one. Ooh, those look fancy. Hazelnut cream-filled meringues dipped in dark chocolate. I have a feeling this might be one of our favorite boxes. There doesn't look like there's anything weird in this one. Sometimes you get stuff and you're just like, what in the world? But it's all part of the fun. So we don't mind when we get weird stuff because it really is all part of the fun. But this one, everything looks absolutely delicious. So I'm sure we're gonna love this one. So then what I do is I add some books and things. So let me show you here. We have our geography binder, and basically all my girls have one of these. My girls range in age all the way from 4 to 16, and we do this family style all together. And so they've got a little pencil pouch in there, and then we have a map of the world, and we mark the countries as we go on the map of the world. And then we have a continent map, and so then we color in the country as we go. So on, of course, this map, we would color in Poland. In Europe, we've already done Austria and Greece, so Poland will be our third country in Europe. But we've got all the continents in here. And then a lot of times I will print out an extra worksheet like this to go along with our study. And I just look on Teachers Pay Teachers and things like that for those. These are my little tabs. Side note, these Post-it tabs I absolutely love. Okay, anyway, so I have this book, DK, A School Like Mine, and whenever I see kind of geography books, I just grab them and I pull them aside, and then I use them as we, get to that country, because not every book has every country in it, so I like to have a selection. But this one does have Poland, Marek from Poland, and so we will read this spread and about, a young kid's day-to-day life, going to school and all that. So I chose 2 books this month, and I got I Am Marie Curie, Ordinary People Change the World. This is my first book that I've gotten in this series, but I absolutely love it already. And so I think I will definitely be getting more books in this series. And so has really engaging pictures, kind of, cross between a comic book and a picture book, and it's really, really neat. And then at the end, it talks about different, important women in history, and then it has this timeline, which I thought was super cool, and actual photographs of Marie Curie. So I thought that was great, but there's a whole series available, and so I definitely am going to get more of these. I just picked this up on Amazon. I'll link it down below. And then this one, Mrs. Katz and Tush, I got this from Goodwill, but this is one of the 5 in a row books, and it has this, older lady telling stories of when she lived in Poland, from what I understand. And so we have not read this book yet, but it talks about Hanukkah and Passover. Yeah, see, that's in Poland. And I've seen some blog posts of different people who've, rode this book with 5 in a row. And there's some great ideas on there of things to add in too. So anyway, I thought this would be a great book to add this month. And so that is what we'll be doing for studying Poland, and I'm super excited. There was one more book on Marie Curie that I didn't get just because I knew I wouldn't have time and I had to be realistic. However, it was so awesome. It had like experiments and recipes and everything, activities, all kinds of information. It was a very thick, big book on Marie Curie. And so if I ever later down the line do a more in-depth study of Marie Curie, I'll definitely get that book. But I'm going to go ahead and link it just in case you're interested, because it was awesome. I spent a lot of time looking for Marie Curie books, and so I just thought I would kind of share those best ones that I found. So anyway, that is it. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have not yet signed up for Universal Yums, I'm going to put my link in the description box, and that gives you $5 off your first box, making the box only $10. So you get all of this for $10, and that's with shipping. They do not charge additional shipping. So on a regular month, it is $15, but for your first one, you'll get $5 off using that link, making it only $10. But even $15 is an amazing deal, because I know they practically, spend, $4 or $5 just on shipping. And so I don't know how they're making money on this, but they, they must be. But this is one of the cheapest subscription boxes I found, and it is so fun. And it truly is really educational. And so anyway, that is it. If you have any questions for me, let me know, and I'll talk with you soon.